Once Steve gets here and he goes over all the chemical stuff with you, once the preacts are set, which we'll run over the preact for bin 5, we can go over that so I can show you how it works. But once those things are done, it's just a matter of communicating with this, putting in the orders, and running the jobs. You just stand back and watch. You don't have to, I mean, this isn't, it's a lot what I'm saying right now, and I can't overestimate that. I know you're sitting there going, yeah, man, this is, you know, you do this for a couple months of the year, and then we're back to 8 months of not doing anything. And so you always call me if you need help, no big deal. But what we'll do right now on tank 5 is run a preact. So my scale set at 0, and again, here's what happens. I hit tank 5, and what's the security code?
777.
777, enter. Everything magically fills in here. Or it's at 0 is what it should be. And again, this information, how did that get there? Either by you typing it in here or in the database. And the manual that's going to be sent has every step on how to do all that. It's written very good. It's not written in engineering speak that no one understands like a VCR manual. It's not written that way. It's written very hands-on. It shows pictures of what you're looking at. So it's really good. So I'm going to hit run auto set again, 777, and after I hit this, auto set running. If you were to look over at the air manifold right now, you'd see the number 5 solenoid is on, which means your gate is open. And I'm going to start giving you guys some seed here. Now again, when I reach 500 on here, the solenoid just turned off. It just shut the gate. But let's give you 6. Now let's make it an even number. 650 or right around there. So right now, after this minute of running, what's my preact amount? 155 pounds, because that's the amount over the 500. So after 60 seconds, the computer's saying, hey, I wanted 500, but I got 155. Oh, okay, that's the preact then in this first run. So what it does, it says 150, huh? Okay, so instead of going to 2,500 pounds and shutting the gate, I'm going to shut it off at 2350 to make sure that that 150 gets back into the scale and we're okay. But this is the process. Don't pay attention to me here necessarily. In the real world, you're just hitting run auto set, and that's it. And it's all going to do this on its own. But I have to, mess with this so the computer thinks it's getting it. 155 pounds, and now it's running. So now the gate opened again, and when I get to what I say, 2350, we're going to hear that solenoid close again. And again, I'm kind of moving this a little bit faster, but when I get to 2350, you'll hear that solenoid close because that's the remainder 150 should be up there. So if you listen, I don't know if you heard that little, that noise. That was your solenoid closing. And again, in theory, boom, you're at 2,500. And what's going to happen is then it'll clean out for another minute. And these timers start once your scale reaches those weights based on what, the first timer started when the scale hit 500. This timer started when your scale hit the 2,500 minus your preact. That's when it started. So instead of exiting now, I'm going to wait till it goes through its cycle. It's going to fill in your final preact, your final rate, and your final clean out. Those will automatically transfer into your bin information. Again, once that's done, you don't got to touch it anymore. It's done. I would keep this auto adjust on though, so it kind of monitors it really closely because of those things I talked about. But I can't imagine within one day, unless a front moves in, it's just really pressure, atmosphere, everything goes nuts, that you're going to have a crazy time. I'll hit exit here. It transferred over here, and so right now the tank 5 preact is 155 pounds, which makes sense. That's where we had it at. I'm going to go back down to 0 here. Oh no, not negative 95. So, now I'm gonna clear these off because that's not the real deal. And again, you know, if you do your pre-act for the first time of the year and you opened at 4, it's just too slow for you. It's just like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I can handle more than this. That's fine. You can either put it back in and redo it, or the next time well, let's try 5 inches or 5.5. We come out and say 4 inches because that's a safe, you know. Again, if people have really steep conveyors, I don't want to tell, oh yeah, run it in 70. Then they're backed up and I have to pay for seed. So that's how that works. So you go back home. Once all your bins are set, again, these communicate. So you're good to go, and that's how you run a job. That's it. And that's pretty much it. I know you probably have a lot of questions, but which is fine. But that's pretty much how you run an order. It's actually not that. Once you get your information and hit start, it pretty much does its own thing. Again, I had to, you know, fake the low-level sensor, but that's installed. Once it's in there, it's a done deal. The only thing you guys remember would be that to unload out of that hopper is the 106, which you do by hand, and you control the gate on that. That's the only things to really remember, but that's fine because it doesn't hurt anything. And you have the safety at that high level, so that if it were to get, you don't overfill that, it controls that. So that's pretty much it, gentlemen. Thank you for your time. It was a serious situation. You know, try to use system pause. That stops everything, but that's more of a controlled. It's like taking a picture of freeze frame, and then once you hit unpause,
pick right back up where you left off.
Exactly. You don't lose air. The air closes it, so you don't, and then boom, you're right back. But if you hit the e-stop, you're done.
Virtually erases it.
Yeah, and basically, having said that, your order, I mean, it stopped. It's done deal.
It's got to be life or death to hit
Yep.
that button up
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just look for the system pause.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
until you're at least halfway through the drum grip, I'm not hitting that red button. So what?
Until you're halfway through the drum. That's good to know, man. Your coworker cares for you, right there. That's good, man.
He'd fit in there before I could.
So that's it, gentlemen. Again, you know, even during this